Sunak, former Nazi, the lot of them, David Cameron, Theresa May, Joe Biden, all were influential within the Axis movement within the 1940s.
Anything you want to say?
I'm the leader of
I have a question. You've got, right, Ukrainian troops are NATO's cannon fodder. No more British arms for Ukrainian Nazis, right? No to Starmer's plans for endless war in Ukraine. But then you've got a Palestinian flag. I don't understand the connection.
Well, we're against forms of against imperialism. You know, it's show solidarity with the Palestinian people. You know,
I'm just finding it. Do you know what? Right, I like to be a little bit of. My channel's impartial, but I like to be a little bit of a devil's advocate.
Go on.
I'm just finding it a bit strange that there's so many. What would I call them? Let's just say protests, yeah, that are combining different arguments, different agendas into one protest, and this seems to be another one.
Well, in what way are they different agendas?
Well, you're talking about Ukraine at the moment.
Our government's policy. I mean, our government is a steadfast supporter of the apartheid Israeli government and the genocide they're committing in Gaza. At the same time, they're steadfast supporters of sending more and more arms to make the conflict even bigger in Ukraine. There would have been a peace treaty in Ukraine 3 years ago, but for Boris Johnson's intervention. You know, so in a way, all the tens of thousands of people who've died in that conflict since then, you know, Britain has a responsibility, has a part in their death. You know, so I mean, I don't think there's the agendas are conflicting at all.
The only reason why I say there might be a conflict here is because there's so many people that have got different ideas or different arguments in this situation, especially with the Palestinian and Israeli thing. So for you to combine the two together with the Ukraine, which is Europe, it just seems to be a completely, especially as the UK is in a part of Europe, it just seems to be a massive conflict there. I don't understand the connection.
I don't see it at all, you know, because I mean, like, Ukraine and Israel are big supporters of each other. You know, they're both governments that enact racist policies, and again, they're both supported by our government and unfortunately supported by our money. You know, and look around. I mean, I'm sure lots of the people you speak to say that there are many things here that are wrong with this country. You know, young people can't get a job, they can't get somewhere decent to live. You know, even people who are working, they can't pay their bills, they can't get anywhere decent to live, and our government doesn't care about them. You know, taxes are going to go up again. We've got the budget. You know, but all they care about Ukraine. They care
about. If we could narrow it down a little bit, right? Are you talking about the government or are you talking about the wars? Because the reason why I say this is because the wars are. There's a lot of countries involved in these wars. It's not just the UK. So are you talking about
the UK is a major player, isn't it? As I mentioned, you know, kind of the UK is one of the largest warmongers and cheerleaders for the war in Ukraine. They're the country that led most to the Stop the Peace agreement from years ago. You know, and they're the country that's in Europe that's pushing the hardest for to increase the conflict. You know, Starmer says he can spend as much money. He's got money as much money as they need to send to Ukraine. Yet over here, everything we hear, there's no money for pensioners. You know, I mean, of course they're completely connected. You know, it's about the politicians' agendas.
Can I just ask you one more question? Thanks for replying. Yeah. What do you think about the US and how they're dealing with Ukraine?
Again, at the moment, I think. It's hard to tell with President Trump. He'll say one thing one day and do something different the next. But at the moment, it seems their inclination is to give up on Ukraine as a bad loss and walk away from it. Because, again, the Americans, they've spent billions and billions on the war in Ukraine. They've got nothing to show for it, and their policy goals have failed. You know, so I think there's the latest peace agreement that's President Trump has proposed. I think so. The Americans, the US would like to walk away from it. You know. And,
do you think that his peace treaty is really more about walking away from an exhausted situation, or do you think he's actually trying to get peace in Ukraine?
A bit of both, really. A bit of both. You know, because I think they see that this has been going on for years and they're not really getting anywhere. You know, and their top priority really is war with China. You know, so. You know, so I mean, I think they want to focus on that.
Okay, thanks for speaking to me.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Criminals.
Right.
These are not photoshops; they are real photos.
Oh,
Former prime ministers.
Hang on. Yeah.
The rapist. All of them, the establishment, wine and dining, the lady Prime Minister, the ex-Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister,
Right,
the
so
former Prime Minister.
what you're going to have to do is explain what you're talking about, because you've got Theresa. Hang on, you've got Theresa May,
Yes.
and you've got the guy that's standing with Theresa May. Who's that?
The dictator Hamad Al Khalifa of Bahrain.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that's his son actually anyway.
The son that is with Andrew.
With Andrew and he's the crown prince as well, and the prime minister as well.
Right. And with Keir Starmer, who's standing with him?
It's the prime minister, actually the crown prince.
Right.
His name is Salman.
And then you've got the one with Andrew there.
Yes, that's the dictator himself actually.
Right, so tell me about it. What's going on with this then? What are you saying about it?
What are you saying anyway? There is a revolution there since the Arab Revolution anyway, right, of February 2011 actually anyway. But the struggle of the Bahrainis goes over 2 centuries because of the policies, obviously, of the temporary residents of number 10, number 11 in Downing Street actually anyway.
Right.
It's the whole Gulf actually controlled by Britain for over 2 centuries anyway, right, obviously to looking after their interests, when they still conquer India and the rest actually anyway, right, and they still have a say there actually anyway. They corrupt regimes, but that's what you're saying actually anyway, right, in the name of the British interest, dissociate yourself actually from these dictators, but obviously they carry on.
Can I ask you, when you say dictators, do you mean that there's no democracy in these countries?
At all, actually, anyway. It's been installed, father to son to grandson.
Right, I see, okay.
It's over 2 centuries.
Right, thanks for explaining.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good day, yeah?
Same to you.
Okay, I like to show you what's going on in London and hear what people are saying, and there you go. So this protest, it says free political prisoners. So I'm going to ask and find out what it's got to do with the UK. Let's give it a go. This is what it is basically. I just need to start asking these questions about what the hell is going on, because I'm seeing more and more of these protests on the London streets that are from a different country, and I just need to understand what the hell is going on. So I'm going to ask. I don't know what kind of reception I'm going to get. Can somebody tell me what this is about? And can you tell me what it's about?
It is about the freedom of a prisoner, Imran Khan, the great Imran Khan, who is the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, and he is a great captain of cricket also. He won the 1992 World Cup against England, and now he's in the prison.
Right, could you tell me, because the thing is, there's quite a few of different protests on the London streets,
Yeah.
and they're from different countries, and this one's about Pakistan. Can you give me any idea as to why you're protesting in London on the London streets?
Okay, so this is mostly about the one of the most high leader of the Pakistan, the Imran Khan. Is just specifically for the release of Imran Khan, who is not he just convicted in terms of the government, but in reality his party won the election by 2/3 majority of the Pakistani people, but in real they are not. He just picked to the jail because of the
so in other words, you're saying it's like a dictatorship has taken over and everything. But what I'm trying to understand is, why are you protesting on the London streets? This is what I'm trying to understand.
Because if you go to the Pakistan, you are not allowed specifically to protest in public.
Oh, right, okay.
That's
so
why.
really what you're saying is, because the UK kind of allows you to your free voice and...
Yeah, that's the main thing.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me know.
No
Yeah.
worries.
Cheers, thanks guys, thanks. So at least we've got an understanding as to why they're doing it on the London streets, And I'm assuming that a lot of different countries, this is the reason why they're doing it here, because they can't have a voice in their own country. So this is the guy they're talking about. Right. Yeah.
Pakistan!